Hello, everyone. I'm Natasha, your host for today. If you are new here, I would like to mention that we upload a fresh English learning video every single day to assist you in growing your English faster and sounding more natural when you speak. In today's episode, we are diving deep into something powerful, something that can completely transform the way you sound and comprehend English. We are discussing advanced C2 level vocabulary. You will not only learn new words, but also how to utilize them naturally in your daily life, in conversations, and in writing. By the conclusion of this lesson, you will be able to use high-level vocabulary that sounds intelligent, fluent, and confident. We will explore meanings, connotations, collocations, and real-life examples that demonstrate how advanced speakers express their thoughts with precision. This is not merely a vocabulary list. It is a masterclass, a full journey through the language that will help you think, feel, and speak at the C2 level. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss a new English learning episode. So, take your notebook, stay focused, and let us start building your advanced English vocabulary together. Let us begin slowly. Imagine you are conversing with a native speaker about your day. Rather than saying, "It was a good day," you might say, "It was an edifying day." The word edifying adds intellectual depth. It conveys to the listener that your day provided you with moral or intellectual improvement. That is the power of advanced vocabulary. It assists you in expressing not only what happened, but how you grew from it. Let us look at another example. Instead of stating, "I am tired," you could say, "I feel listless." Listless sounds more sophisticated. It indicates that you possess no energy or enthusiasm, perhaps due to illness or boredom. When you employ such words, you sound more expressive and precise. You demonstrate that your vocabulary matches your emotions. Now, let us practice together. Repeat after me slowly. I had an edifying day. I feel listless after a long week. Her speech was incredibly inspiring. These sentences may appear simple, but they contain advanced word choices that make your English sound mature and natural. At the C2 level, vocabulary is not about memorizing complicated words. It is about precision, selecting the right word for the situation. For instance, the difference between happy and jubilant is more than just intensity. Happy can sound generic, but jubilant paints a vivid picture. It reveals a feeling of great happiness and triumph. And sometimes, advanced vocabulary is not about being formal. It is about being expressive, detailed, and emotionally accurate. Let us practice describing emotions. Instead of "I am sad," say "I am sullen." Instead of "I am smart," say "I am perspicacious." Listen to how each word paints a stronger image in your mind. Jubilant implies a celebrating kind of happiness. Sullen implies a gloomy, silent sadness. Perspicacious implies a keen, sharp mental sight. Each word adds color to your emotions. Now, let us make it more natural with short stories. Imagine this situation. You just received a message that you won a competition. You could say, "I was jubilant when I saw the result." Then imagine your friend lost a game and is not talking. You could say, "He became sullen after the match." Or, "When you solved the puzzle quickly, I was astounded by your perspicacious mind." When you connect emotions to real situations, these words become part of your thinking, not just your memory. At the advanced level, it is also crucial to understand nuance. Nuance refers to the small differences in meaning that alter how a word feels. For example, Careful and sedulous seem similar, but careful often describes general attention, while sedulous describes a person who is diligently and painstakingly persistent. You might say she was careful to speak up, or he is a sedulous worker. Both are correct, but they create slightly different impressions. Let us try this. I will say two sentences, and you think about which sounds more natural. He made a big change versus he made a radical change. The second sentence, radical, sounds more advanced and more specific. It indicates that the change was extreme or significant. That is the beauty of advanced vocabulary. It adds detail and feeling to your language. Now, think about this sentence. She is a very good student. You can upgrade it to she is an exceptional student, or even she is an outstanding student. These small word upgrades make your English sound elegant and polished. Let us practice together now. Say aloud after me. The results were exceptional. It was a radical improvement. He is a sedulous man. Remember, fluency at the C2 level is not just about speaking fast. It is about speaking with clarity, precision, and richness. Now, let us explore a few more expressions that advanced speakers often use in daily life. Instead of saying, I do not know, you might say, I am not quite certain. Instead of, I do not like it, say, it does not appeal to me. Instead of, I am busy, you can say, I am occupied at the moment. Listen to the rhythm. It sounds more natural, more polite, and more confident. Let us practice conversational tone. Imagine someone asks you, do you like this movie? You could reply, it is all right. But at the C2 level, you might say, it is thought-provoking, but not exactly my taste. That demonstrates depth of thought. It means you can analyze and express opinions clearly. Another advanced phrase is, it is open to interpretation. It means something can be understood in different ways. For example, if someone asks, what does this poem mean? You could say, it is open to interpretation. These kinds of expressions make your English sound mature and flexible. Let us do a mini exercise together. I will say a basic sentence, and you try to upgrade it in your mind. It is good. You could change it to, it is remarkable. It is bad. You could say, it is unacceptable. I am happy. Try, I am content. It is interesting. You could say, it is intriguing. These upgrades may feel small, but they change everything about how you are perceived as a speaker. They make you sound more sophisticated, confident, and thoughtful. And remember, using advanced vocabulary is not about showing off. It is about expressing your exact thoughts. It is about precision. When you reach this level, you stop translating. You start thinking in English. Every advanced learner needs daily practice to keep these words active in their memory. So, here is a quick tip. Choose 5 advanced words from today's lesson and try to use them in your conversations today. Write a short paragraph about your day using them. For example, today was an exceptional day. I felt jubilant after completing my project. The feedback I received was remarkable. Though I felt listless by evening, the experience was edifying. That is how you make advanced words become part of your life. At the C2 level, It is also important to develop a strong sense of context. This means you do not just memorize advanced words, you learn when to use them. For example, the word ubiquitous means present, appearing, or found everywhere. You could say, smartphones are ubiquitous nowadays, which means they are everywhere you go. But if you use ubiquitous in a casual sentence, like, my friend is ubiquitous, it suddenly sounds humorous and strange because a person cannot be everywhere. That is what native speakers do. They play with words to match the situation. Let us practice together. Repeat after me slowly. He is sedulous about his work. The report was written with sedulous attention to detail. She is sedulous about her diet. Each sentence shows precision and care, one of the key qualities of advanced English. Now, let us look at another beautiful word, inescapable. It means something that is certain to happen, something you cannot avoid. You might say, it was inescapable that the meeting would be delayed. Or, with so much rain, flooding was inescapable. Using inescapable instead of sure to happen makes your sentence sound natural and educated. Let us practice. Change is inescapable. It was inescapable that they would meet again. Failure is sometimes inescapable, but it teaches valuable lessons. Notice how the word carries a calm, reflective tone. This is the kind of emotional depth you find at the C2 level. Here is another excellent word, equivocal. It means open to more than one interpretation, often unclear. You can say, his message was equivocal, which means you are not sure what he meant. Or, the ending of the movie was equivocal, meaning it could be understood in different ways. Advanced speakers love words like this because they help express complexity. Real life is not always black and white, and neither is language. Now, let us use equivocal in conversation. Her answer was equivocal. I could not tell if she agreed or disagreed. The rules were equivocal. So many people misunderstood them. Try saying it aloud. It sounds natural, confident, and full of meaning. Next, let us talk about the word counterproductive. Many learners know bad or unhelpful, but counterproductive sounds more specific. It means having the opposite effect of what is intended. You can say, the new rule was counterproductive, or his rude behavior was counterproductive to his goal. Advanced English speakers often prefer words like this because they express ideas precisely and politely. Let us practice with short phrases. This process is counterproductive. We need a more effective solution. A counterproductive approach leads to wasted effort. Now let us move to something more emotional. The word poignant. Poignant means evoking a keen sense of sadness or regret, but in a beautiful way. You can say, that movie had a poignant impact on me, or her words were poignant and unforgettable. It is one of those words that instantly makes your English sound wise and mature. Try repeating these lines slowly. He shared a poignant insight. That experience changed me in a poignant way. There was a poignant silence in the room. Do you hear how soft and emotional it sounds? That is the rhythm of advanced English. Calm, thoughtful, expressive. Let us now build a short scene together for practice. Imagine you are describing your favorite teacher. Instead of saying, "She was very smart," you could say, "He was a poignant thinker who inspired everyone around her." Now, imagine you are describing a book you loved. You could say, "The book left a poignant impression on me. It changed how I see the world." By using these words in real contexts, you will never forget them. Here is another elegant word. Inescapable connects beautifully with consequence. You can say, "The consequence was inescapable." Every decision has consequences. He did not study, so failure was inescapable. These are phrases that naturally appear in academic English and advanced discussions. Now, let us try a practice challenge. I will give you a simple sentence and you will try to make it sound C2 level in your mind. Ready? He did not sleep well. You could say, he had a restless night. She was very careful. Try, she was extremely sedulous. The view was nice. Try, the view was absolutely breathtaking. Let us do it again. It is not clear. You could say, it is rather equivocal. It is going to happen soon. You could say, it is inescapable. He is a deep thinker. You could say, he is profoundly reflective. These exercises help your brain make quick associations. When you practice often, you will automatically reach for advanced words instead of basic ones. That is how you train your mind to think at the C2 level. Now, let us explore a few more advanced words that appear often in daily English conversations. The word perspicacious means having a ready insight into and understanding of things. You can say, "She is very perspicacious during meetings," or "You need to be more perspicacious when you speak. It shows keen mental perception." Let us repeat. I am becoming more perspicacious at work. He spoke in a perspicacious but respectful way. Being perspicacious helps you gain confidence. Next, adaptable. One of my favorite words. It means able to adjust to new conditions or perform many functions. You can say, "She is an adaptable actor," meaning she can play many roles. Or, "Eggs are adaptable. You can cook them in so many ways." The more you practice such words, the more you will notice them in native speech. Now, repeat after me. He is an adaptable musician. This tool is extremely adaptable. You need an adaptable vocabulary to express complex ideas. Let us create a mini story using both words, perspicacious and adaptable. During the team meeting, Clara was perspicacious when presenting her ideas. Her adaptability made her valuable to the company. She could manage projects, write reports, and lead discussions with equal confidence. Do you see how words can build layers of personality, tone, and meaning? That is what separates advanced English from simple conversation. Let us move to a few academic-style words that can also be used in daily English. Substantial means large, important, or meaningful. For example, he made a substantial contribution to the project. We saw a substantial increase in sales this year. You could also use it in casual speech. I had a substantial breakfast today. Now, significant is similar but used slightly differently. You can say, there was a significant change in her attitude. The discovery was significant for science. When you are learning advanced English, Focus on such subtle differences. They show depth and awareness. Let us do a small practice. Big improvement. Try saying substantial improvement. Important moment. Try significant moment. Big help. Try substantial help. Every time you replace big or important with a more specific word, your English becomes sharper. Now, let us reflect on one more. Comprehensive. It means complete, detailed, or covering everything. You can say, "We need a comprehensive plan." She gave a comprehensive explanation. It is especially useful in professional English or academic writing. Repeat with me. I wrote a comprehensive report. He gave a comprehensive overview of the topic. We need a comprehensive understanding before making a decision. Let us add a short listening exercise for shadowing. I will say a short paragraph, and you can try to repeat along with me in rhythm. Learning vocabulary at the C2 level requires consistent practice. It is not just about memorizing definitions, but using words in real situations. When you read, listen, and speak with awareness, you will notice subtle shades of meaning. Every word carries emotion, tone, and culture. That is what makes English so beautiful. Pause. Take a deep breath. Think about how far you have come already. You are not just learning vocabulary. You are learning how to think in English. Let us learn a few words related to personal growth, because advanced learners often talk about self-development. Tenacious means holding firmly to something, not giving up easily. You could say, "She is tenacious after every failure," or "Children are remarkably tenacious." It is a strong, inspiring word. Now, diligence. It means careful and persistent work or effort. Through diligence, he achieved his goals. Diligence is key to mastering English. You can also combine them. She is tenacious because of her diligence. Try saying these sentences aloud. I am tenacious. Diligence always pays off. He overcame challenges with tenacity and determination. These words are not just vocabulary, they are mindset words. They remind you how to keep going even when English feels hard. At the C2 level, you also begin to appreciate the elegance of subtle language. You start noticing that sometimes saying less can actually mean more. Take the word connote. It means to suggest or imply a meaning beyond the literal sense. For example, if someone says he is ambitious, it might connote that he is driven, but perhaps overly aggressive. You can say, "Does that word connote something negative?" Or, "Her tone connoted that she was displeased." Words like connote help you communicate with nuance, something advanced speakers use naturally every day. Let us practice this idea. Repeat after me. He did not say it directly, but he connoted it. The teacher connoted that we needed to study harder. She connoted that she already knew the answer. Every sentence shows how subtle communication can be. At the C2 level, subtlety is everything. Now, let us explore another elegant word, impart. Impart means to make information known or communicate an idea. You can say, her smile imparted warmth. He tried to impart his gratitude. The artist imparts emotion through her work. It is a sophisticated and natural way to describe communication beyond words. Let us practice together. I want to impart my appreciation. This message imparts hope. Your tone imparts confidence. These phrases are perfect for daily use, and they sound polished and natural. Next, let us look at eloquent. It means to express ideas clearly and effectively. You can say, she is very eloquent, or he formulated his point well. Instead of saying, he explained it well, advanced speakers prefer, he was eloquent in his explanation. Try saying this aloud. I am learning to be more eloquent. She is an eloquent speaker. He failed to formulate what he really felt. When you use such expressions naturally, your English becomes smooth, expressive, and powerful. Let us now connect these words in a short story to make them come alive. Imagine you are attending a meeting. Your colleague presents a new project idea. You notice that he speaks clearly, choosing his words carefully. Later, you might say, he imparted his vision very well. It imparted confidence and passion. Or, if his tone was unclear, you might say, he connoted some changes were needed, but did not explain them directly. This is exactly how advanced vocabulary helps you analyze real-life situations more accurately. Now, let us move to another word that shows advanced awareness, perceptive. Perceptive means having deep understanding or insightful thoughts. For example, that was a perceptive comment. Her analysis was incredibly perceptive. It is a word often used in academic discussions, professional settings, and thoughtful conversations. Let us practice together. The book offers perceptive lessons about human nature. He shared a perceptive perspective. It was a perceptive discussion. When you add this word to your vocabulary, you begin to sound like a reflective thinker, not just a fluent speaker. Next, let us explore the word expand. It means to give more details or explain something more deeply. You can say, could you expand on that? Or, she expanded on her plans for the future. It is one of the most useful words in advanced communication, both polite and academic. Try these lines. Please expand on your point. He expanded beautifully on the topic. I can expand further if needed. Using expand instead of explain more makes your English sound instantly advanced and natural. Now, let us shift to a word often used by professionals, execute. It means to put something into action. For example, the company executed new rules, or we need to execute this strategy immediately. It is a powerful verb that shows you can move from ideas to action. Repeat with me. They executed a new plan. It is time to execute these changes. The strategy was executed successfully. Practice how the rhythm feels, strong and decisive. Let us combine these in context. During the meeting, the manager expanded on the new policy. She formulated the plan clearly, imparting the importance of teamwork. The team later executed the strategy effectively, leading to substantial improvement. This is how you bring vocabulary together, not as individual words, but as part of fluent communication. Another important concept for advanced learners is tone. The tone of your sentence can change based on the word you choose. Compare I am angry with I am frustrated. Angry sounds emotional and strong. Frustrated sounds more controlled, professional, and polite. Tone helps you express your personality through vocabulary. Let us explore a few tonal upgrades. Instead of saying, he is lazy, you can say, he is unmotivated. Instead of, she is rude, try, she is inconsiderate. Instead of, I am scared, say, I am apprehensive. These choices reflect maturity. They soften the emotion while keeping meaning intact. Try this mini practice. Repeat aloud, I am apprehensive about the results. He was inconsiderate during the conversation. She seems unmotivated lately. Notice how sophisticated and natural these sound. Now, let us move to another family of words, those used for describing change and improvement. The word transmute means to change in form or nature completely. You can say, the experience transmuted me. Education can transmute lives, or they transmuted the old house into a beautiful cafe. A similar word is develop, which means to grow gradually. The company developed over time. Her ideas developed through experience. Our understanding of language develops with learning. These words are often used by native speakers when they want to describe progress naturally. Let us practice shadowing together. My perspective has developed. He transmuted his habits. The city has transmuted over the years. These sentences help you sound thoughtful, mature, and fluent. Now, an important advanced adjective, inventive. It means creative, original, or introducing new ideas. You can say, she is an inventive designer. We need an inventive approach to solve this. Or, their solution was truly inventive. This is a must-know word for C2 level learners who want to express creativity and intelligence in discussions. Try saying these aloud. He is known for his inventive thinking. Invention drives success. They developed an inventive product. Let us connect these ideas in a real-world example. Imagine you are describing a company. You could say, over the years, the company developed from a small business into an inventive leader in technology. Their new approach transmuted the industry completely. This is how C2 level vocabulary helps you express not just facts, but stories filled with life and detail. Let us also focus on an often misused word, efficient. It is the opposite of inefficient, but it carries a strong positive tone. She is efficient at her job. This method is more efficient. We need an efficient way to manage time. When you use efficient naturally, it shows logical thinking and clarity. Let us practice again. The new system is efficient. He is an efficient worker. We need to find an efficient solution. Here is a short challenge. Combine efficient, inventive, and transmute into one story. For example, our inventive approach transmuted the entire process, making it far more efficient than before. Try creating your own version of that sentence. It is an excellent way to lock the words into your long-term memory. Now, let us shift to words about human behavior and personality, an area where advanced vocabulary really shines. Compassionate means understanding and sharing another person's feelings. You could say, she is a compassionate listener. He responded with compassion. Or, good leaders are compassionate. Let us practice aloud. Compassion helps build trust. She is naturally compassionate. He handled the situation with compassion. These words show emotional intelligence, a hallmark of fluent, advanced English. Next, instinctive. It means based on instinct or natural understanding, not logic. She is an instinctive decision maker. He has an instinctive sense of timing. It felt instinctive to choose that option. Try repeating. My intuition told me to stay. She has an instinctive grasp of language. It is not logical, it is instinctive. This type of vocabulary is common in everyday conversations among fluent speakers. Now, let us use both words in a small practice scene. During the interview, she appeared calm and compassionate, listening carefully to every question. Her answers were instinctive and genuine, showing both intelligence and warmth. When you start speaking like this, you will notice something amazing. You are no longer just translating your thoughts. You are expressing them directly in English with precision and personality. That is the true mark of C2 level mastery. Let us end this section with a small reflection exercise. Think about your own personality. How would you describe yourself using advanced vocabulary? Maybe you are tenacious, compassionate, instinctive, or inventive. Maybe you are eloquent, perceptive, or sedulous. Choose 5 words that truly represent you. Say them aloud. Feel how they sound in your voice. That is how English becomes not just a language, but part of you. At this level of English, your words are not just tools. They were reflections of your thinking. When you choose a word carefully, it reveals how clearly you see the world. Let us explore one of the most expressive words in advanced English: compelling. Compelling means something so interesting, powerful, or convincing that it captures your full attention. You might say, that documentary was compelling. Or, she gave a compelling argument during the debate. The word combines strength and beauty. It is persuasive, emotional, and intelligent all at once. Let us practice together. Repeat after me slowly. That was a compelling story. His speech was compelling from start to finish. I found the idea deeply compelling. Each time you use this word, you create a strong emotional connection in your listener's mind. Now let us explore another advanced word: intricate. Intricate means complex, detailed, or carefully designed. For example, the painting had an intricate design. Or, their relationship was intricate, full of subtle emotions and misunderstandings. This word brings precision and artistry to your descriptions. Repeat these with me. The pattern was intricate and beautiful. The story has an intricate plot. Her thoughts were intricate, yet meaningful. Using intricate helps you sound thoughtful and descriptive. Perfect for advanced English learners who want to express ideas clearly and artistically. Now let us connect these 2 words, compelling and intricate, in one story. The movie was compelling not only because of its message, but also because of its intricate storytelling. Do you hear how beautifully they flow together? That is how advanced vocabulary weaves emotions with logic. Let us move on to another refined word: subtle. Subtle means delicate, not obvious, or softly noticeable. You can say, "She gave me a subtle smile," or "There is a subtle difference between confidence and arrogance." Subtle is one of those words that show true language sensitivity. It means you notice the little things. Let us practice aloud. I noticed a subtle change in his tone. There is a subtle beauty in simplicity. Her humor is subtle but clever. These kinds of expressions make your English sound natural, effortless, and real. Now, let us explore the word inescapable again, this time in a philosophical sense. Many things in life are inescapable: change, growth, even mistakes. You could say it was inescapable that he would learn from his failure. Or, with effort and patience, improvement becomes inescapable. Advanced English often blends language with reflection. That is how native speakers use vocabulary to express life, not just grammar. Let us create another cluster of advanced emotional words you can use in daily life: sincere, genuine, and authentic. These three words are similar, but slightly different in feeling. Sincere means honest and heartfelt. She gave a sincere apology. Genuine means real or true. He is a genuine friend. And authentic means original, true to oneself. Her kindness is authentic. Together, these words build emotional depth and connection. Let us practice softly. Her smile was sincere. His compliment felt genuine. They had an authentic friendship. When you start using these words, your sentences gain emotional realism. They feel alive. Now, let us turn toward words that describe thought and understanding, an essential part of C2 fluency. One beautiful word is perceptive. It means having or showing good understanding or insight. She is very perceptive. She notices details others miss. Or, his comment was perceptive and well thought out. Try repeating these. He is a perceptive listener. Her observation was perceptive and precise. You are very perceptive. That is exactly right. This word makes you sound emotionally intelligent and observant, qualities that make conversations deeper and more interesting. Another useful word is astute. It is similar to perceptive, but slightly more strategic. It describes someone smart and quick to notice opportunities. He is an astute businessman. That was an astute observation. She made an astute decision. It is often used in business leadership or analysis contexts. It shows clever understanding. Let us try saying these together. You need to be astute to handle negotiations. His astute remarks changed the discussion completely. She is known for her astute problem-solving skills. Now, let us explore metaphorical language, when words carry deeper meaning than what is said literally. For example, saying he has a heart of gold does not mean his heart is made of metal. It means he is kind. Advanced speakers often use metaphorical language naturally. Try saying, "Her words lit a fire in me. He is walking on thin ice." It is a double-edged sword. These expressions are all metaphorical and common in native English. Let us pause and reflect. At this stage, it is not about memorizing vocabulary lists. It is about using words to paint meaning, to create pictures in the listener's mind. Now, let us work with a few advanced adjectives that can instantly enrich your expression. Intriguing, captivating, and fascinating. All three mean something very interesting, but with slight differences. Intriguing suggests curiosity. That idea is intriguing. Captivating means something that holds your attention completely. Her voice is captivating. Fascinating means deeply interesting or charming. The book was fascinating. Let us practice these together. The idea was intriguing. The story was captivating. The experiment was fascinating. Say them slowly. Feel how each has its own emotional flavor. That is the texture of advanced English. Let us now explore the word contemplate. It means to think deeply or carefully about something. You can say, "I need time to contemplate my decision," or "He sat quietly contemplating the meaning of life." It is calm, poetic, and thoughtful, perfect for reflective conversations. Repeat after me. I often contemplate my goals. She contemplated whether she should move abroad. It is important to contemplate before you act. When you start using such words, your speech sounds calm, deliberate, and wise. Now, let us combine these words in a short reflection. Sometimes I sit by the window and contemplate how time changes everything. It is fascinating how people evolve, how relationships transform, and how every experience becomes a subtle lesson in disguise. Do you feel how that sounds like fluent storytelling? That is the sound of C2 level natural English. Let us move on to another advanced term, sophisticated. It means elegant, cultured, or well-developed. You can say, "She has a sophisticated sense of style." "The software is sophisticated and efficient." Or, "His writing is sophisticated and polished." It is one of the most flexible adjectives in advanced English. Now, repeat after me. He has a sophisticated taste in music. That is a sophisticated approach. The design is elegant yet sophisticated. This word brings grace and professionalism to your speech. It is perfect for both formal and casual conversations. Another beautiful adjective is eloquent. It describes speech that is graceful, fluent, and persuasive. You can say, "She gave an eloquent speech." "His writing is eloquent and heartfelt." Or, "Sometimes silence is more eloquent than words." Practice aloud. "He is an eloquent speaker." Her message was eloquently expressed. The words were simple but eloquent. When you use this word, you express not just clarity but emotion through language. Let us tie this all together in a mini exercise. Imagine you are describing a person who inspires you. You could say, "She is an eloquent and sophisticated leader with a captivating presence and a perceptive mind. Her ideas are inventive, and her approach to life is both subtle and profound." That is the richness of C2 English. Each word adds a layer of depth. Now, let us take a few moments to practice shadowing, repeating naturally with feeling. Advanced vocabulary allows you to express who you are with precision. It helps you describe your thoughts, your emotions, and your world in ways that sound natural, confident, and real. Pause. Repeat it again. Feel the rhythm. That is how fluency grows through sound, emotion, and repetition. Let us continue exploring words that describe the world around us. Serene means calm and peaceful. The lake looked serene at sunset. She spoke in a serene tone. After the rain, everything felt serene. Another similar word is tranquil. It also means calm, but with a soft, natural beauty. The garden was tranquil. I enjoy the tranquil mornings before work. Now, practice these softly. The view was serene. I love the tranquil silence of early morning. Her presence was calm and serene. These words are perfect for creating imagery. They bring poetry into your everyday English. Now, a slightly stronger word, majestic. It means grand, powerful, or beautiful in an impressive way. The mountains looked majestic under the golden light. The orchestra's performance was majestic. Using this kind of descriptive word turns your sentences into pictures. Let us imagine together. We stood there in silence, watching the majestic waves crash against the shore. Feel how the scene becomes alive. That is what C2 level English does. It allows you to paint with words. Language at this level is not just about communication anymore. It is about expression, emotion, and artistry. The more you practice, the more your mind begins to think in this rhythm. Subtle, eloquent, compelling, serene. When you reach the C2 level, vocabulary becomes your paintbrush, and every word you choose colors your communication with emotion, precision, and style. You start to realize that a single word can completely change the tone of what you say. Let us take the word notion. It means an idea, a belief, or a concept, often something abstract. For example, I had a notion that he was not telling the truth. Or, the notion of time fascinates philosophers. It sounds intelligent and reflective, a word used by people who think deeply about the world. Repeat with me slowly. That is an interesting notion. She rejected the notion that success happens overnight. The notion of freedom means different things to different people. See how it adds calm authority to your language. Now let us explore another word, paradox. A paradox is something that seems contradictory, but actually reveals a truth. For example, it is a paradox that sometimes failure leads to success, or the quietest person in the room often has the loudest thoughts. Paradoxical thinking is part of advanced communication. It makes people stop and reflect. Practice these aloud. It is a fascinating paradox. Life is full of paradoxes. Her personality is a paradox, shy yet confident. Each time you use this kind of word, your English becomes not just fluent, but philosophical. Let us move to another important C2 level word, ambivalent. It means having mixed feelings or being uncertain about something. You could say, I am ambivalent about moving to another city. Or, he felt ambivalent toward his new job, excited but nervous. Native speakers often use this word when describing complex emotions. Try saying these. She is ambivalent about the decision. I feel ambivalent, torn between two options. His expression was ambivalent, a mix of joy and doubt. Words like this allow you to capture emotional layers that simpler words cannot express. Now let us focus on a word that shows intellectual clarity, analytical. It means using logic and detailed thinking to understand something. For example, he has an analytical mind. Her analytical approach helped solve the problem. Or, the report was written with great analytical precision. Practice softly. I am trying to be more analytical. He gave an analytical response. Her analytical skills are impressive. This word is especially useful for academic, business, or science discussions. It is one of the cornerstones of C2 communication. Another advanced and elegant word is perspective. It means a way of seeing or understanding something. For example, let me share my perspective. Or, traveling gives you a new perspective on life. It is simple yet powerful. It brings emotional and intellectual depth to your sentences. Try these with me. From my perspective, that makes sense. We need to consider other perspectives. His perspective changed after the experience. Vocabulary like this helps you sound balanced and open-minded. Now, let us practice these words in a little scene. Imagine you are having a conversation with a friend who is worried about their future. You could say, "I understand your ambivalence. It is natural to feel uncertain. But from another perspective, this could be a great opportunity to grow." See how natural that sounds? You have used 3 advanced words: ambivalence, perspective, and opportunity in one meaningful message. Let us now explore another powerful set of words: precise, accurate, and concise. They may sound similar, but each has its own purpose. Precise means exact, detailed, or carefully chosen. Accurate means correct or true, and concise means brief but complete. For example, her explanation was precise. The results were accurate. His speech was clear and concise. Repeat after me. Be precise with your words. The data must be accurate. Keep your response concise. These are essential words for any advanced speaker who wants to communicate clearly without confusion. Now, let us take another: artificial. It usually means man-made or unnatural, but at a C2 level, it is also used to describe behavior or tone. Her smile felt artificial. The flowers were artificial but beautiful. We must avoid creating an artificial environment. It is a versatile word that adds subtle meaning depending on context. Let us now explore a word that connects deeply with emotion: nostalgic. It means feeling sentimental about the past, missing something that once made you happy. For example, listening to that song makes me nostalgic. He felt nostalgic while visiting his old school. It is poetic, emotional, and common in storytelling. Say these slowly. I am feeling nostalgic today. Old photos make me nostalgic. There is a nostalgic beauty in remembering simpler times. Words like these make your English sound human, heartfelt, and artistic. Let us move to inevitably. It is the adverb form of inevitable, and it means something that happens no matter what. Inevitably, time changes everything. He worked hard, and inevitably, success followed. Disagreements are inevitable in any relationship. It is one of those words that adds grace to your expression: calm, thoughtful, mature. Let us practice. Inevitably. We all learn from experience. The storm passed, but inevitably it left damage. He kept avoiding work, and inevitably he failed the exam. Now let us discuss fundamental. It means basic but essential, something that everything else depends on. Trust is fundamental in any friendship. Grammar is fundamental to learning a language. Freedom is a fundamental human right. Say these after me. Honesty is fundamental. Understanding pronunciation is fundamental for fluency. Respect is fundamental in communication. These sentences sound both natural and powerful. Let us explore profound again, but in a new way. You can use it for emotions, knowledge, or silence. She felt a profound sadness. He shared a profound idea. There was a profound silence after the news. It is soft, yet emotionally powerful. A perfect word for advanced English learners who want to sound both calm and expressive. Now, let us shift to another important area of vocabulary, expressing agreement and disagreement politely. Instead of saying, "I do not agree," you can say, "I see your point, but I have a different perspective." Instead of "you are wrong," say, "I am not entirely convinced." Instead of "that is right," try, "I completely concur." Practice these slowly. I completely concur. I am not entirely convinced. That is an interesting perspective. These expressions help you participate in mature discussions without sounding too direct or harsh. That is the art of polite fluency. Now, let us practice a few advanced transitions that connect ideas smoothly. Moreover, nevertheless, in contrast, consequently, and on the other hand. These are vital for advanced writing and speaking. For example, the project was successful. Moreover, it inspired new ideas. The weather was terrible. Nevertheless, we continued. He is confident. In contrast, his brother is shy. She did not study. Consequently, she failed. Repeat each phrase softly. Moreover, nevertheless, in contrast, consequently, on the other hand. These transitions act like bridges. They make your ideas flow smoothly from one to another, just like in native speech. Let us use them in one long paragraph for practice. Learning advanced vocabulary can be challenging. Nevertheless, it is deeply rewarding. Moreover, it helps you express emotions and ideas with precision. In contrast, learners who rely on basic words often struggle to sound natural. Consequently, those who practice daily begin to think in English without translating. On the other hand, skipping practice makes the process slower. Try shadowing that. Feel the rhythm of natural academic English merging with conversational tone. Now, let us focus on another key advanced skill, describing abstract ideas like motivation, change, and growth. Aspiration means a strong desire to achieve something. Diligence means continuing even when things are difficult. Fulfillment means the feeling of satisfaction after achieving something meaningful. Repeat after me. My aspiration is to become fluent in English. Diligence leads to success. Helping others brings fulfillment. These are deeply emotional, motivational words. They belong to the language of dreamers, thinkers, and achievers. Let us blend them into a reflection. Every learner has a personal aspiration. Through diligence, that dream slowly transforms into reality. And when you finally reach your goal, there is an unshakable sense of fulfillment, the quiet joy of progress. At this level, your vocabulary becomes part of your identity. It is not just about speaking well. It is about expressing your values, emotions, and thoughts with clarity. So let us end this part with a shadowing practice. Repeat naturally. Advanced vocabulary gives you freedom. It allows you to express what you truly mean, not just what you can say. It connects your heart, your thoughts, and your words, making your English not just correct, but alive. Pause, breathe, and let those words sink in. At the C2 level, you begin to feel how words shape your mindset. The way you speak becomes the way you think, and the way you think becomes the way you live. Let us start with one of my favorite advanced words, resonate. Resonate means to deeply connect, to create a lasting emotional impact. You could say, "That story really resonated with me," or "Her words resonated with the entire audience." It is one of those words that gives your English emotional maturity. It shows that something did not just make sense, it moved you. Try saying these aloud. His message resonated with everyone. That song resonates with me every time I hear it. Her kindness resonated in my heart. The word resonate makes your expression sound soulful. It connects feeling and thought. Now let us explore another strong C2 level word, authenticity. It comes from authentic, meaning genuine and real. Authenticity means being true to yourself, not pretending to be someone else. People appreciate authenticity. Her authenticity makes her a great leader in language learning. Authenticity is more powerful than perfection. Practice softly. I value authenticity. Authenticity builds trust. His authentic nature makes people feel comfortable. When you use such words, you bring honesty and depth into your communication. Let us now move toward a word that connects deeply with creativity, ingenuity. It means cleverness, originality, or creativity in problem solving. You can say, "Her ingenuity helped solve the problem." "The design shows real ingenuity," or "Human ingenuity is endless." It is a beautiful word that captures both intelligence and imagination. Repeat with me. Ingenuity leads to innovation. He handled the situation with great ingenuity. The project's success was due to her ingenuity. This word is perfect when you want to sound sophisticated and thoughtful, especially in professional or academic discussions. Next, let us focus on alleviate. It means to make something less severe, like pain, stress, or difficulty. For example, meditation can alleviate stress. The medicine helped alleviate her headache. Volunteering can alleviate loneliness. It is one of those elegant, compassionate words that show emotional awareness and understanding. Try repeating these softly. This solution will alleviate the problem. A kind word can alleviate someone's pain. We must find ways to alleviate poverty. When you speak like this, your English carries kindness and maturity. Now let us explore a word that describes personal growth. Elevate. It means to lift something up to make it higher in quality, level, or spirit. Good communication elevates relationships. Music can elevate your mood. This course will elevate your English skills. It is a graceful, motivational word that gives energy to your expression. Practice with me. I want to elevate my confidence. That movie elevated my perspective. Gratitude elevates your spirit. This word can transform even simple sentences into something inspiring. Let us connect alleviate and elevate in a short reflection. When you alleviate someone's pain, you elevate their hope. When you alleviate your stress, you elevate your focus. When you learn to elevate your thoughts, your entire life changes. That is what advanced English is. It is language with meaning and rhythm. Now, let us look at another elegant word, reinforce. It means to strengthen or support something, often an idea or belief. His success reinforced his confidence. The teacher reinforced key points from the lesson. Her actions reinforced the message of kindness. Repeat with me. Positive results reinforce motivation. This evidence reinforces our conclusion. Practice reinforces memory. You can feel the logic and clarity in it. It is one of those strong verbs that gives power to your sentences. Now, let us explore adversity. It means difficulty, hardship, or challenging circumstances. You could say, she remained calm in the face of adversity. Adversity teaches resilience. They grew stronger through adversity. Try these aloud. Adversity builds character. We all face adversity at some point. Through adversity, we discover our strength. This word brings emotional depth. It allows you to express struggle in a dignified, reflective way. Now, pair it with another important word, tenacity. It means the quality of being determined and persistent. Tenacity helps you bounce back. She faced failure with tenacity. Tenacity is key to long-term success. Let us practice together. Adversity builds tenacity. He showed great tenacity after losing his job. Life tests your tenacity, but it also rewards it. When you put these together, you create meaningful, motivational English that sounds natural and real. For example, through adversity, she found her tenacity. Her story reinforces the power of hope and perseverance. Now, let us move to another beautiful advanced word, gratitude. It means thankfulness, appreciation, or a feeling of being grateful. She expressed her gratitude for their help. Practicing gratitude changes your mindset. Gratitude is a powerful emotion. Say these gently. I feel deep gratitude for this opportunity. Gratitude helps us focus on what truly matters. He wrote a letter of gratitude to his mentor. Gratitude is one of those universal words that sounds kind. It softens your tone and opens your heart. Let us now practice linking gratitude, tenacity, and adversity together. Even during adversity, maintaining gratitude strengthens tenacity. Gratitude helps you see light in the darkest moments. Tenacity grows when gratitude becomes your mindset. See how natural and inspirational this feels? That is C2 level emotional fluency, intelligent yet deeply human. Now, let us add another refined word, composure. It means calmness and self-control, especially under pressure. She maintained her composure during the argument. He spoke with calm composure. Good leaders keep their composure in every situation. Repeat softly. Composure helps you think clearly. She handled the crisis with composure. Inner peace begins with composure. These words, gratitude, composure, tenacity, they create not just vocabulary, but character. Let us take a short, reflective pause together. Imagine someone describing you as tenacious, articulate, and composed. It sounds powerful, does it not? That is what language mastery feels like. Strength wrapped in softness. Now, let us explore another advanced but useful word, endeavor. It means an effort, an attempt, or a serious goal. Learning English is a rewarding endeavor. She dedicated years to her scientific endeavor. Success requires consistent endeavor. Practice with me. I will continue this endeavor with dedication. Every endeavor teaches something new. Persistence transforms every endeavor into achievement. Let us connect it to another elegant word, dedication. It means commitment or strong focus on something. Her dedication to her craft is admirable. Dedication is what turns dreams into reality. He succeeded because of his dedication. Say these slowly. Dedication brings results. Without dedication, talent is wasted. Consistency and dedication lead to mastery. Now, combine both words into one idea. Every endeavor requires dedication. Every goal needs patience and tenacity. Every moment of effort, no matter how small, brings you closer to mastery. Let us talk about mastery now. One of the most beautiful words in English. Mastery means complete control, deep understanding, or ultimate skill in something. Language mastery takes time. He achieved mastery through practice. True mastery begins with curiosity. Practice aloud. Mastery is a journey, not a destination. Every mistake leads to mastery. Through diligence, mastery becomes possible. At this level, your relationship with English changes. It is no longer about passing tests or learning grammar. It becomes an endeavor of mastery, of expression, of thought, of emotion. It becomes part of who you are. Let us reflect with a short shadowing practice. Learning English is not just about words. It is about connection, expression, and tenacity. Every challenge is part of your journey. Every sentence you speak is a step toward mastery. Take a breath. Feel how your English is expanding, not just in vocabulary, but in meaning, tone, and flow. At the advanced level, language becomes more than a skill. It becomes a bridge between your inner world and the world around you. The way you describe your thoughts reveals the depth of your understanding. Let us begin this part with one of the most graceful words in English, serendipity. It means a pleasant surprise, something good that happens unexpectedly. For example, meeting her at the cafe was pure serendipity. Life is full of moments of serendipity. Or, it was serendipity that led me to this opportunity. The sound of the word itself feels magical, calm, flowing, and full of wonder. Let us practice slowly together. It was pure serendipity. That discovery was a beautiful piece of serendipity. Sometimes life's best moments come through serendipity. Using this word gives your speech a poetic charm. It shows appreciation for life's unexpected beauty. Now, let us look at another C2 level word, ephemeral. It means lasting for a very short time. Something temporary but beautiful while it lasts. The sunset was ephemeral, but unforgettable. Our youth is ephemeral, yet precious. Fame can be ephemeral, but legacy endures. It is a deeply reflective word, often used in literature and philosophical conversations. Try saying it with me. Beauty is ephemeral. Moments are ephemeral, but memories stay. The joy was ephemeral, but it left a lasting warmth. Words like these make your English not just advanced, but almost meditative. They turn thoughts into music. Now, let us explore epiphany. It means a sudden realization or understanding. A moment when something becomes clear in your mind. She had an epiphany while reading that book. During the conversation, I experienced an epiphany about my goals. Sometimes silence brings the greatest epiphanies. Repeat softly. I had an epiphany today. That moment was a true epiphany. He described his journey as a series of epiphanies. This word is intellectual, spiritual, and emotional all at once, perfect for thoughtful English learners. Now, let us bring in another powerful word, catalyst. It means something that causes change or sparks transformation. That experience was a catalyst for my personal growth. Her words became a catalyst for change. Failure can be a catalyst for success. Practice with me. Every challenge can be a catalyst for growth. He became the catalyst for innovation. The event served as a catalyst for improvement. This word makes your sentences sound dynamic and full of movement, like life itself. Let us now connect some of these words in one reflection. Sometimes serendipity brings us to people or moments that become the catalyst for transformation. Those moments may be ephemeral, but they often lead to powerful epiphanies that change how we see life. That is how C2 level vocabulary works, not as isolated words, but as living ideas that breathe together. Now, let us focus on another elegant word, essence. It means the core, the most important quality of something. The essence of happiness lies in simplicity. Love is the essence of humanity. The essence of learning is curiosity. Repeat slowly. That is the essence of the idea. Simplicity is the essence of beauty. At its essence, kindness is strength. Using this word adds spiritual and intellectual depth to your expression. It is calm, wise, and timeless. Let us move to tranquility. It is similar to serene, but a little softer. It means peace, calmness, or stillness, especially in the mind. I enjoy the tranquility of the morning. After the storm, the air was full of tranquility. Meditation brings tranquility to the heart. Practice these softly. I need a moment of tranquility. The room was filled with tranquility. She smiled with quiet tranquility. This kind of vocabulary soothes the ear. It feels peaceful even when spoken aloud. Now, let us explore solitude. It means the state of being alone, but in a positive way. It is when you enjoy your own company or reflection time. She loves moments of solitude. In solitude, he found his creativity. Solitude helps you understand yourself. Try saying these. I enjoy peaceful solitude. Solitude is not loneliness. It is self-connection. In solitude, wisdom grows. Using words like these transforms your English into something introspective and artistic. It becomes poetry in motion. Now, let us go deeper into emotional awareness with the word melancholy. It means a gentle, thoughtful kind of sadness, not despair, but quiet reflection. There was a touch of melancholy in her smile. The music filled me with sweet melancholy. Autumn always feels slightly melancholy. Repeat these softly. It was a melancholy evening. His tone carried a quiet melancholy. Melancholy can be beautiful. It helps us feel deeply. This word reminds you that English at its highest level can hold both light and shadow within a single phrase. Let us now explore solace. It means comfort during sadness or difficulty. Music brings solace during hard times. Her words were a source of solace. He found solace in nature. Practice with me. I found solace in silence. Books offer solace to the lonely. Her friendship gave me solace when I needed it most. These words, melancholy, solitude, solace, they create emotional harmony, a soft rhythm that feels deeply human. Now, let us take a moment to practice reflection with these new words. Sometimes we find solace in solitude. Sometimes we sit in quiet melancholy, remembering what once was. But even in those moments, there is a kind of tranquility, the essence of being alive. Pause. Breathe. Feel how your mind connects with the rhythm of the words. This is advanced English in its truest form, emotional, balanced, and calm. Let us move to something more expressive now. Awe. It means a feeling of wonder mixed with admiration and respect. She looked at the stars in awe. He listened in awe to the powerful speech. Nature always fills me with awe. Say these softly. I was in awe of the view. He spoke with awe in his voice. They stood in silent awe. This single-syllable word carries immense emotional weight, simple yet profound. Another word that pairs beautifully with awe is reverence. It means deep respect or admiration, often spiritual or emotional. They watched the sunrise in reverence. He spoke of his teacher with great reverence. There was a reverent silence in the room. Repeat these slowly. Reverence for life keeps us humble. She bowed her head in reverence. We must treat nature with reverence. These words awaken emotional intelligence. They show that you see meaning, not just information. Now, let us build a final reflection for this section. When you walk through a forest, you feel both awe and reverence, a quiet awareness of something greater than yourself. In that stillness, there is serenity. In that solitude, there is peace. And in that silence, there is understanding. You see, this is what mastering English means. Not memorizing advanced words, but feeling them, letting them echo through your thoughts until they become part of your natural way of speaking. Every word you learn shapes your inner voice. It refines the way you express your joy, your sorrow, your wonder. And when that happens, you do not just speak English, you live it. At this level, your English begins to feel like music. Every word has its own rhythm, its own emotion, its own melody inside your voice. Let us begin with one of the most expressive advanced words, ineffable. It means something so beautiful, powerful, or emotional that words cannot describe it. You can say, the beauty of the night sky was ineffable. Her kindness left me with an ineffable feeling. There are moments in life so ineffable that silence says more than speech. Repeat slowly. The view was ineffable. That moment felt ineffable. Some emotions are ineffable. This word allows you to express something beyond language, a moment where feeling is deeper than vocabulary itself. Now, let us explore another elegant word, luminous. It means glowing, shining softly, or full of light, both literally and metaphorically. Her eyes were luminous with hope. The city looked luminous at night. He gave a luminous performance. Practice with me. The room was filled with luminous light. Her smile was luminous. The moon looked luminous against the dark sky. When you use luminous, your English becomes more visual. You start painting pictures with words. Next, let us move to serene again, but use it with new emotional depth. Serene means calm, peaceful, untroubled. But at C2, it also means emotionally composed. She remained serene despite the chaos. His expression was serene as he watched the sunset. There was a serene quietness after the storm. Repeat softly. I want to stay serene under pressure. The lake looked perfectly serene. She spoke in a serene tone. It is a word that balances strength and peace, a quiet confidence within calmness. Now, let us learn exquisite. It means extremely beautiful, delicate, or finely made. You can say, the food was exquisite. She wore an exquisite dress. The painting had exquisite detail. But at an advanced level, you can also use it emotionally. She has exquisite taste. That moment was exquisitely painful. He has an exquisite understanding of music. Say these slowly with feeling. It was an exquisite experience. Her handwriting is exquisite. The performance was exquisite in every way. This word adds sophistication. It makes your English sound refined and elegant. Now, let us move to a powerful emotional word, ardent. It means passionate, enthusiastic, or full of emotion. She is an ardent learner. He is an ardent supporter of environmental causes. They share an ardent love for art. Practice these aloud. I am an ardent admirer of literature. Her voice was full of ardent emotion. He pursued his dream with ardent determination. This word helps you describe deep passion gracefully without sounding exaggerated. Now, let us connect these words ineffable, luminous, serene, exquisite, and ardent in a single reflection. There are ineffable moments in life when the world feels luminous and serene, when beauty becomes exquisite and passion turns ardent. Those are the moments that remind us what it truly means to be alive. Do you feel how those words create both image and emotion? That is what C2 English feels like, language that moves and breathes. Let us now look at another advanced word, benevolent. It means kind, generous, or well-meaning, especially when describing actions or people with a good heart. She is a benevolent leader. He made a benevolent donation. They acted with benevolent intentions. Repeat slowly. I want to be more benevolent. Her benevolent nature inspires others. The gesture was simple, but benevolent. When you use words like benevolent, You express not just meaning, but moral beauty, the goodness of character through speech. Another similar word is magnanimous. It means generous and forgiving, especially towards someone you could be angry with. He was magnanimous in victory. She showed a magnanimous spirit by forgiving him. It takes a magnanimous heart to let go of resentment. Practice these softly. Try to be magnanimous even when others are unkind. His response was calm and magnanimous. They praised her for her magnanimous attitude. This is emotional intelligence expressed through vocabulary, calm power wrapped in grace. Now, combine both words into one idea. Every endeavor requires dedication. Every goal needs patience and tenacity. Every moment of effort, no matter how small, brings you closer to mastery. Let us talk about mastery now. One of the most beautiful words in English. Mastery means complete control, deep understanding, or ultimate skill in something. Language mastery takes time. He achieved mastery through practice. True mastery begins with curiosity. Practice aloud. Mastery is a journey, not a destination. Every mistake leads to mastery. Through diligence, mastery becomes possible. At this level, your relationship with English changes. It is no longer about passing tests or learning grammar. It becomes an endeavor of mastery, of expression, of thought, of emotion. It becomes part of who you are. Let us reflect with a short shadowing practice. Learning English is not just about words. It is about connection, expression, and tenacity. Every challenge is part of your journey. Every sentence you speak is a step toward mastery. Take a breath. Feel how your English is expanding, not just in vocabulary, but in meaning, tone, and flow. At the advanced level, language becomes more than a skill. It becomes a bridge between your inner world and the world around you. The way you describe your thoughts reveals the depth of your understanding. Let us begin this part with one of the most graceful words in English: serendipity. It means a pleasant surprise, something good that happens unexpectedly. For example, meeting her at the cafe was pure serendipity. Life is full of moments of serendipity. Or, it was serendipity that led me to this opportunity. The sound of the word itself feels magical, calm, flowing, and full of wonder. Let us practice slowly together. It was pure serendipity. That discovery was a beautiful piece of serendipity. Sometimes life's best moments come through serendipity. Using this word gives your speech a poetic charm. It shows appreciation for life's unexpected beauty. Now, let us look at another C2 level word, ephemeral. It means lasting for a very short time. Something temporary but beautiful while it lasts. The sunset was ephemeral, but unforgettable. Our youth is ephemeral, yet precious. Fame can be ephemeral, but legacy endures. It is a deeply reflective word, often used in literature and philosophical conversations. Try saying it with me. Beauty is ephemeral. Moments are ephemeral, but memories stay. The joy was ephemeral, but it left a lasting warmth. Words like these make your English not just advanced, but almost meditative. They turn thoughts into music. Now, let us explore epiphany. It means a sudden realization or understanding. A moment when something becomes clear in your mind. She had an epiphany while reading that book. During the conversation, I experienced an epiphany about my goals. Sometimes silence brings the greatest epiphanies. Repeat softly. I had an epiphany today. That moment was a true epiphany. He described his journey as a series of epiphanies. This word is intellectual, spiritual, and emotional all at once, perfect for thoughtful English learners. Now, let us bring in another powerful word, catalyst. It means something that causes change or sparks transformation. That experience was a catalyst for my personal growth. Her words became a catalyst for change. Failure can be a catalyst for success. Practice with me. Every challenge can be a catalyst for growth. He became the catalyst for innovation. The event served as a catalyst for improvement. This word makes your sentences sound dynamic and full of movement, like life itself. Let us now connect some of these words in one reflection. Sometimes serendipity brings us to people or moments that become the catalyst for transformation. Those moments may be ephemeral, but they often lead to powerful epiphanies that change how we see life. That is how C2 level vocabulary works, not as isolated words, but as living ideas that breathe together. Let us start this part with one of the most thoughtful words in the language, introspective. It means looking inward, examining your own thoughts, feelings, and motives. She became more introspective after her journey. I spent a quiet evening in an introspective mood. Writers are often introspective. They observe their inner world as much as the outer one. Repeat softly. I am feeling introspective today. He is a deeply introspective person. Her introspective nature helps her understand others. Using this word gives your English emotional depth. It shows that your thoughts have layers, not just surface meaning. Now, let us explore another beautiful word, retrospective. It is similar to introspective, but it means looking back on the past with reflection or evaluation. The artist's retrospective exhibition showed her growth over the years. He wrote a retrospective account of his life. At the end of the year, I always feel retrospective. Say these slowly. It is a retrospective view of my journey. She spoke in a quiet, retrospective tone. His book offers a retrospective look at his experiences. These words, introspective and retrospective, balance the present and the past. They create a thoughtful harmony in your expression. Now, let us move to a word that captures emotional strength, stoic. It describes someone who endures pain or difficulty without complaining or showing emotion. He remained stoic during the crisis. She faced the challenge with stoic calmness. Being stoic does not mean you do not feel. It means you stay steady when you do. Repeat after me. He is known for his stoic attitude. She stayed stoic through the storm. Sometimes being stoic helps you survive. This word reflects inner strength and quiet courage, two qualities that define emotional maturity in language and in life. Now, let us learn lucid. It means clear, easy to understand, or full of light in thought or expression. Her explanation was lucid. He had a lucid dream last night. She spoke with lucid confidence. Practice softly. I try to keep my thoughts lucid. The idea was presented in a lucid way. Lucid writing is powerful and elegant. It is one of those words that combines intelligence and simplicity. It shines through calm clarity. Next, let us explore coherent. It means logical, well-organized, and consistent in flow. Her argument was coherent and convincing. He spoke in a calm, coherent manner. A coherent structure makes communication clear. Say them aloud. Keep your ideas coherent. She wrote a coherent summary. He is a very coherent speaker. Coherent and lucid often work together, one for thought, one for expression. Now, let us introduce another intellectual word, nuance. It means a subtle difference in meaning, tone, or feeling. She understood the nuance in his voice. There is a nuance between confidence and arrogance. His writing captures the nuances of human emotion. Practice with me. I love the nuance of her accent. Every language has its nuances. Understanding nuance is key to fluency. At the C2 level, you live in nuance. You begin to see that words do not just have meaning, they have texture. Let us connect these in a reflection. Fluency is not just about words, it is about nuance. The ability to feel the small shifts in tone, emotion, and rhythm. When your speech becomes lucid and coherent, when you understand the nuances of expression, you begin to sound truly natural. Now, let us explore candid. It means honest, open, and sincere, especially when expressing opinions or feelings. She gave a candid answer. I appreciate your candid feedback. He spoke candidly about his mistakes. Say these slowly. Be candid, but kind. Her candid honesty earned respect. He is known for his candid opinions. Advanced English loves this word because it expresses truth with humility, honesty without harshness. Now let us learn fastidious again, but in a fresh way. Fastidious means extremely careful and detailed, not just about work, but also in thought or planning. She is fastidious about her pronunciation. He is a fastidious researcher. Fastidious attention leads to mastery. Practice with me. Be fastidious in practice. Her fastidious effort paid off. Every fastidious learner becomes fluent. At this level, you start connecting discipline with language, not rushing, but refining. Next, let us discover tenacity. It means persistence, determination, and the ability to keep going despite challenges. Her tenacity inspired the whole team. He approached learning with quiet tenacity. Success demands both patience and tenacity. Say these softly. Tenacity turns effort into achievement. He is known for his tenacious spirit. Her tenacity is admirable. Tenacity combines strength and consistency, the two pillars of fluency. Now, let us bring in fortitude. It means courage and strength in facing adversity. She faced the situation with remarkable fortitude. Fortitude helps us endure pain. He showed great fortitude during the crisis. Repeat these aloud. Fortitude builds resilience. Inner fortitude keeps us calm under pressure. True fortitude is silent but strong. Tenacity and fortitude are like companions. One moves you forward, the other keeps you grounded. Let us combine them in a small reflection. Fluency is not built in a day. It is built through tenacity, the daily effort and fortitude, the calm strength to continue even when progress feels slow. Now, let us move to something more expressive. Emulate. It means to imitate or follow someone's example in order to achieve similar success. She tries to emulate her teacher's style. He emulated his mentor's discipline. Children often emulate their parents. Practice with me. Emulate the habits of fluent speakers. He emulated her confidence and improved. To grow, we must emulate excellence. It is an active, forward-moving word, one that helps you talk about learning and improvement. Now, let us learn cultivate. It means to develop something carefully over time, a skill, an attitude, or even a relationship. She cultivated patience. He cultivated a love for reading. We should cultivate gratitude every day. Say these softly. Cultivate your vocabulary. Cultivate kindness and understanding. Fluency is cultivated through daily practice. It is one of those beautiful, gentle words that connects growth, care, and purpose. Now, let us learn immerse. It means to become deeply involved in something, to surround yourself completely. She immersed herself in English podcasts. He is fully immersed in his new job. To learn effectively, immerse yourself in the language. Practice aloud. Immerse yourself in English daily. He is immersed in his studies. Immersion leads to understanding. Immerse shows commitment. It means learning not from the outside, but from within. Let us connect these three in a single reflection. To become fluent, you must emulate native rhythm, cultivate awareness, and immerse yourself in real English. Do not chase perfection, cultivate progress. Now, let us explore eloquence again in a deeper way. It is not just about beautiful speech, it is about speaking with grace, empathy, and confidence. She spoke with quiet eloquence. His eloquence moved the audience. Sometimes silence is the greatest eloquence. Repeat softly. Eloquence begins with clarity. True eloquence is not loud, it is sincere. Your voice can carry eloquence when your heart believes in your words. Now, let us reflect together in a soft practice paragraph. Every time you speak, you create art. Every sentence carries energy, emotion, and intention. The more you listen, the more you feel, the more you cultivate your eloquence. And when your speech becomes natural, calm, and expressive, you will realize you have already reached fluency, not through effort, but through presence. Pause, breathe. Let that thought rest gently in your mind. At this stage, your relationship with English is no longer about studying. It is about feeling the language flow through you. Every sentence becomes a mirror of your thoughts. Every word a reflection of your emotions. And this awareness is the essence of mastery. Let us begin this final part with a profound word. Enlightened. It means having deep understanding or awareness. Often after learning or reflection, she became more enlightened after years of experience. He offered an enlightened perspective. The discussion was open-minded and enlightened. Say these slowly. I am becoming more enlightened every day. An enlightened mind listens before it speaks. Education leads to an enlightened society. When you use this word, your English sounds calm, wise, and balanced. It shows you are learning not just to speak, but to understand. Now let us explore another refined word, ephemeral, which we touched on earlier, but now we will use it as a metaphor for life itself. Every moment is ephemeral, yet every memory eternal. Happiness may be ephemeral, but gratitude makes it last. The sunset's beauty is ephemeral, reminding us of time's gentle rhythm. It is a word that teaches softness, the acceptance of life's passing moments with peace, not resistance. Now, let us learn transient, another word meaning short-lived, temporary, but graceful. The pain was transient. Fame is transient. Purpose endures. They shared a transient yet meaningful friendship. Say these softly. Feelings are transient. Life's beauty is transient but precious. Let go of transient worries and hold on to lasting values. These words, ephemeral and transient, carry wisdom in simplicity. Let us move toward a powerful emotional word, equanimity. It means calmness and balance, especially under pressure or emotional stress. She handled criticism with equanimity. Equanimity is peace in the middle of chaos. He spoke with equanimity even in conflict. Repeat slowly. I want to live with equanimity. He maintained equanimity through change. True confidence is silent equanimity. This word brings serenity and composure into your language, a mark of deep self-awareness. Now let us explore integrity. It means honesty, moral strength, and consistency between your words and actions. Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. He is respected for his integrity. Language fluency without integrity lacks meaning. Say these gently. Integrity creates trust. She is known for her integrity and grace. Integrity gives value to success. When you speak with integrity, your voice carries authenticity. People feel truth in your words. Now, let us turn to another timeless word, empathy. It is more than understanding. It is feeling what someone else feels. Empathy connects hearts beyond language. He listened with empathy. Without empathy, communication loses its soul. Practice with me. Empathy builds bridges. True fluency requires empathy. Her empathy made her words healing. This word reminds us that language is not just sound, it is connection. Let us blend empathy, integrity, and equanimity into one short reflection. Fluency is not only the art of expression, it is the balance of equanimity, the honesty of integrity, and the kindness of empathy. These qualities transform speech into understanding. Now, let us move to discernment. It means the ability to judge wisely, to recognize truth and depth beyond appearance. He made his choice with discernment. Discernment comes from experience and reflection. In communication, discernment means knowing when to speak and when to listen. Say these aloud. I value discernment over judgment. Her discernment makes her a good listener. Discernment grows with silence and observation. It is a word of emotional intelligence, calm and wise. Now let us explore serendipitous again, But now use it to close the circle of our learning journey. Every discovery in language is serendipitous. Sometimes mistakes lead to serendipitous understanding. Your journey toward fluency has been full of serendipitous lessons. Repeat softly. Learning is a serendipitous adventure. Serendipitous moments make life magical. Be open to serendipity. It often leads you where you belong. Let us now introduce inescapable one last time, not as fear, but as peace. Growth is inescapable when you stay consistent. Change is inescapable, but how we respond defines us. In learning, mistakes are inescapable, and progress follows. Say these aloud. Fluency is inescapable when passion guides you. Change is inescapable. Resistance only slows it down. Patience makes inescapable growth peaceful. The word itself carries quiet strength. It reminds you to trust your journey. Now, let us reflect on everything we have learned through this masterclass. From sedulous to tenacious, from eloquent to serene, from nuance to fortitude, from benevolent to ineffable. Each word you learned was more than vocabulary. It was a new way to see life. You did not just expand your word bank, you expanded your perception, your emotional awareness, your ability to express gratitude, vulnerability, and clarity. And that is what true C2 English fluency means: emotional intelligence through language. Let us take a moment to practice a final reflection together. Language is not only about communication, it is about compassion. Every word is a seed. When spoken with kindness, it grows understanding. When spoken with patience, it builds connection. When spoken with truth, it creates peace. Pause. Let that resonate. Now imagine you are speaking English naturally, effortlessly, without fear. You describe your day with clarity, your thoughts with depth, and your emotions with grace. You use words like remarkable, lucid, profound, and magnanimous, not to impress, but to express. You speak with equanimity, empathy, and confidence. You no longer learn English, you live in English. Let us practice one final series of sentences to lock this journey into memory. I speak with confidence and compassion. My words reflect clarity and calmness. Every day, my vocabulary grows stronger and my heart more fluent. Now say softly, I am fluent in understanding. I am fluent in expression. I am fluent in peace. You have reached the end of this advanced vocabulary masterclass, not as a student, but as a communicator of thought, emotion, and truth. You now hold the tools to describe the world, not just accurately, but beautifully. Remember, mastery is not about knowing every word. It is about using the right words to express what is real. It is about calmness in your voice, confidence in your tone, and kindness in your message. Keep practicing every day. Keep listening, reading, and reflecting. Let words like tenacity, tranquility, fortitude, eloquence, and gratitude become part of your nature. And when you speak next time, pause for a moment, breathe, and let your voice carry wisdom, compassion, and serenity. The true sound of a C2 speaker. Thank you for joining me today. I am Elena, and it has been a joy guiding you through this journey. If this lesson resonated with you, remember to keep learning, keep reflecting, and most importantly, keep speaking, because your voice matters. See you soon, and until next time, stay fluent, stay calm, and stay curious.